Guys, I'm Bibo once again, and today I have this beautiful clip of the things you should know before visiting to Jamaica. Yeah, we know Jamaica is a little favorable to many tourists. A lot of people really love Jamaica because of its beautiful sceneries and beautiful beaches, but these are the things you should know. Whether you have been to Jamaica and want to go back there, whether you haven't gone to Jamaica, you just want to know about this thing. These are the most important things you should know before going to Jamaica. Let's start with this. Okay guys, let's get started. Number one on my list is that tourist areas in Jamaica are safe. A lot of people just ask them, a lot of people really ask themselves this question: is Jamaica safe? Yeah, we are really assure you Jamaica is a very safe place to visit. Tourist areas are safe, and yeah, maybe there is safe place and there's unsafe place in Jamaica. A lot of statistics really say in Jamaica that a lot of crime and violence are among the local themselves in Jamaica. So crime against the visitors is especially low. Crime against the visitors in Jamaica is especially low because the tourist area are heavily guarded and are heavily protected, because they really try to keep it safe for the bet of these tourists, because they bring a lot of money in the country and a lot of good thing in the country. So a lot of areas in Jamaica are safe. Maybe if you want just to travel downtown to Jamaica, like maybe downtown Kingston, or maybe if you start to explore especially areas like downtown Kingston or downtown Montego Bay, and you don't have like local people from that place, or you don't work in a group place, maybe that's what I can really tell you, it can be a dangerous place to visit. If you want to visit this local or these downtown areas, you must go with a local person, or you go in group for your safety. There is this big tourist spot like Bob Marley Museum, Down River Fall, Mystic Mountain, Risk Cafe. These places are safe. This place like Rich Fall, Blue Mountain, Bloody Bay, Antonio, and Hip Strip, Negril Cliff. These are the big tourist spots whereby a lot of tourists who go to this place, their safety is usually be assured. And another thing that can really to try to tell you to keep for safety from visiting Jamaica: don't go to places like whereby the local people of Jamaica even can't go there, because there is safe place and there's unsafe place in Jamaica. So one thing that I can really assure you that the tourist place in Jamaica are safe. Crime against visitors is usually low because these premises where they visit is heavily guided, and they really try to keep the visitors or those tourist experience to be safe, so that they can maybe come back again to visit again in the country. So Jamaica visiting area are, and a lot of many people have been to Jamaica, not only for more than one time or maybe for the second time. They have been to Jamaica for many times, but they have assured many people that they have been safe. They have been all over the island and they haven't never been felt unsafe. The advice that they can give to you is that don't go to areas that even Jamaicans who aren't from those areas want to go, because it's usually risky. The second thing in my list is that the ganja or marijuana in Jamaica is illegal. A lot of people really think that the ganja or the weed it's legal, but what I really know about the statistics, or what I have just discovered, that the ganja in Jamaica or the marijuana is illegal. The only place where people can have or smoke ganja is maybe this Rastafarian village, or maybe if you go into those local place, there you will be found people smoking weed anyhow. But if you go to Jamaican, there are some places where where it can be licensed, you can smoke weed, but the ganja in Jamaica is illegal. This is the one thing that you should know about Jamaica. All of us in Africa just know Jamaican people really love ganjas, but the research says that most of Jamaicans don't smoke weed. It's only like 10% or 5% they use weed, and are those Rastafarian village or those people who are in the local people in the local village that they use it for maybe religious belief. Yeah, but one thing that I would like you to know is that marijuana in Jamaica is illegal. There are some Jamaicans who can own like 5 plants of weed or ganja in their yard, but the statistics really say that ganja or marijuana in Jamaica is illegal. Maybe there's those places where they have license, they can just smoke, or those places like, I really don't think like these places like resort or this big hotel they can allow you to smoke ganja, whereby they have those private places, or they have those places whereby you can go and smoke there. But if you go to this resort, I don't think if they really allow ganja, because it's illegal in Jamaica. I know a lot of Africans really love Jamaica because of how they legalize the ganja in there. A lot of people really think that you can smoke anyhow you want, but it's not that the way. In some cases you can be licensed, or you can just be jailed or be charged for some amount of money if you were caught smoking public where they have no license, or in places where they are not allowed people to smoke. Third thing on my list is hurricane season are risky in Jamaica. Yeah, and this thing is, you just have to know it. Hurricane season is risky in Jamaica. The worst of hurricane season is between end of August and beginning of October, and this is the time where Jamaica get a lot of rain. So you can be really advised that if it's the beginning of October or the end of August, kindly just spare your time, don't visit Jamaica because of this hurricane risk. We care about of your safety and we care about of your life. So hurricane season is risky in Jamaica. And the good time to visit or to reschedule your trip to go to Jamaica is between January and May, which is a peak season, which is expensive. At least you won't have to deal or to be troubled by your vacation. But what I can really just tell you is that hurricane season in Jamaica is risky. So just try, if you have planned for your trip or for your vacation to go to Jamaica, if it's the end of August or the beginning of October, kindly you have to reschedule it so that you won't be disturbed while there. We have seen, like, it haven't been even a week or like 7 days have not passed whereby the Jamaican experienced this hurricane thing, and there were a lot of destruction in there. A lot of people really suffered. A lot of people lacked food. The electricity wasn't there. A lot of people wasn't be able to access to Wi-Fi because there was no internet. This was the incident that happened earlier on. I don't think it's like the last 4 or 5 days there was a hurricane in Jamaica. So if you are tourists, just reschedule your day, go to Jamaica between January or March. It will be better. But if it's a must, you must go there. There is so much safe place to visit whereby this hurricane thing can be affected there. And the fourth thing on my list is, if you visit to Jamaica, is that use US dollars. US dollars in Jamaica is acceptable everywhere. And for those who are traveling to the beaches or traveling to places or going to supermarket to buy something, you should use US dollars, because a lot of Jamaicans have their prices named through US currencies. If you go to some hotel, the menu is usually named in US currency. So what I can really advise you, if you go to Jamaica, use US dollars. And the best, or if you want to exchange your currency, I hereby the best place to exchange your currency is through Western Union, because they will give you your full amount. There will be no high, or they won't tax you so much money on your currency. So if you visit Jamaica, just use US dollars. And another piece of advice is that you should make sure you have some local currencies if you go like into this deep countryside, or if you go to explore more in countryside of Jamaica. Kindly have this local money so that it won't be a problem for you, because there are some places in Jamaica whereby some local people don't accept US dollars. So if you really want to visit to Jamaica, what I can really advise you, have large amount of US dollars and have some cash of local currency. You can go downtown, or you can go to these local villages where you can see some fruits, or you can see something that has got your eyes and you are interested in it. These people won't accept US dollars, but they will accept local currency. So if you visit this place, use US dollars is the best advice that really a lot of people use in there, and have some small amount of local currency in Jamaica. Another thing on my list is homophobia is sadly still a thing. A lot of travelers really dislike this thing, and you can't change the belief of Jamaican on the belief, because a lot of Jamaicans really hate this thing of LGBTQ. And gay male couples seems to have more issue than female, since it is legal for man to man rather than to female. Because a lot of people, if you visit in these beaches, whereby imagine you are on a beach and maybe you are a man and another man come approach you, you can feel like kindly harassed. Why can't you just keep your sexuality private? And this is the thing that has really caused a lot of violence, and in some cases it has caused a lot of murder. A lot of this, there are still action of violence through harassment and even murder. You can't push your sexuality on people. Just keep it. You know, in our country, Kenya, there's a lot of people who don't like these LGBTQ people. Yeah, we know you can't change your religion or the way of how you took yourself, and it's high time. In Kenya it was a big deal, but nowadays a lot of people have started accepting them, because you can't change their religion of how the way they believe. One thing that I can really urge is that this podcast, or this US TVs, or these US movies that show this thing on our TVs, like, or these movies that support such things like gay or lesbians, they should stop, because a lot of people or a lot of children really learn this LGBTQ from this scene, from this movie. And in our country, a lot of this lesbianism or gay, it has just come, and a lot of people have just taken it like it's usual, because many of them have these scenes where they go in or meet them in maybe like in boarding school. You can imagine a boarding girls school or a boarding boys school. There's a lot of cases whereby there is a lot of lesbianism, and there is a lot of gays, where our society don't support it, but there are some people who really support it. So in Jamaica, if you want to visit, homophobia is still sadly a thing, because there is a lot of violence, and even there's a lot of murder cases that have been arise due to this gay or lesbian thing. Another thing on my list, try the local food or the local resort food of Jamaica. We know a lot of visitors who visit Jamaica are just caught on this food of this resort or this hotel. They don't have time to go to this local street or to try local food. But what I can really tell you is that there is a lot of good local food in Jamaica. Take an example of rice peas on the side of the road. We have Jack Shack. We have fried plantain, we have soki calicu. We have a lot of food, or a lot of local food in Jamaica that is so sweet. Look at this food like fried breadfruit, gourd curry, jack chicken, Jamaican beef patty. We have bomi, and there is this Manish water where a lot of visitors or a lot of tourists really like it. Yeah, and then we have this common food, or this common food of Jamaica, the local food. It's called national food of Jamaica, the salt fish and ackee. I saw it's usually delicious, and Jamaican really eat it maybe for breakfast or in the morning. And there's this Jamaican coffee, which is the best in the whole world. Just try this local food. It's so delicious and you won't regret it. A lot of people, or a lot of tourists who visit Jamaica really prefer the food of this restaurant or where they have been taken. But I can really assure you that the Jamaican local food is so sweet. Go to those local places. Go to where Jack Shack is being cooked outside. You will find that there's good food where you would eat and you won't regret. Thing on my list is transportation is pricey. A lot of people don't realize this when they visit to Jamaica. There is a lot of taxi drivers are really expensive, because when they see you are a tourist and they know you have a lot of money. So in Jamaica, transportation is usually pricey. We know when you visit to Jamaica, you go to an airport, and whereby you have to stay there until the bus of the resort where you are going to come and take you. It's usually take a lot of time, but you have to be patient, because if you decide to take this public transport, or you just decide to take a taxi, it's usually expensive. And if you want to explore more of the island, what I can really tell you is just hire the car. It will be a little quite a bit easy, or it won't be that expensive. Just hire the car from the person you know, rather than to go and take a taxi to take you where you want, if you want to explore more about Jamaica. And the cheapest way of transportation in Jamaica is by bus, because it usually carry a lot of local people. And if you want the cheapest means of transportation, just go by the bus. And if you have hired the car, just know of the drivers drive on the left, and a lot of drivers in Jamaica are so aggressive, and they really drive so fast. So you should be careful when you have hired the car. Be careful on the road, because a lot of drivers, they are so rude, they are so aggressive. Just be careful. And what I can really say or talk about this transportation system is that the minister who is dealing with this transport issue, he should put more traffic rules, or you should put maybe, let's say, something like CCTV on these traffic lights, so that whenever those drivers who really speed or who overturn or drive carelessly should be just caught and to be fined for doing such a thing. You know, public transport is usually a risky thing. There is a lot of road accident that we have incurred in the whole world. Like in our country, a lot of death come through road accident, and it's usually by these careless drivers or aggressive drivers, or for those drivers who drink and drive. So the government should intervene through this thing, whereby it should put more strict traffic rules or more cameras, whereby if you hire a car or you want to explore on your own, you have been guaranteed for your safety. You won't have any accident, or you won't meet these drunk drivers on the street, whereby they can cause some death on the traffic issues. When you visit Jamaica is that everything there is laid back, even schedule. So if you want to do something or you want to go somewhere, just have that extra timing. Add some extra time on your time, whereby if you want to go somewhere, a lot of people in Jamaica they have this layback thing. They ain't punctual on, or they don't have accurate time when you have to go. Want to go somewhere with a flight, double the time. Don't lose your flight because of maybe you tell the taxi driver to come maybe less, for example, at 9. Make sure that the taxi driver will come maybe at 10. So if your flight maybe say it's like 10 a.m, make sure you tell the driver earlier on. Just add some extra time to where you want to go, to Jamaica, so everything Jamaica is laid back. Hi guys, I hope you have watched the full clip, and maybe to summarize that the rural interior of Jamaica is one of the most beautiful places you could ever see. For example, the northeast parish of Portland is spectacular. Regardless of its mountainous spine, it's breathtaking. If you take a look at place like Montego Bay and maybe place like Negril, all has this beautiful attraction. You will never be disappointed to visit Jamaica. Yeah, we know each and every country has or its own rule, but believe me, Jamaica is absolutely a beautiful land. The people of Jamaica, their culture, their food is usually so good. The way they welcome people, the way they respect people is usually so taking. You can really ask this question, whereby why does a lot of people like and visit Jamaica? And Jamaica is a country whereby a lot of tourists visit it. It has a lot of resources, and the country is really gaining a lot of money through this tourist attraction. But most of people really ask themselves, where is this money going? Maybe that's the story of another day. Yeah, we know whereby the country that has a lot of tourist attraction, it has to be good, the development or the structure. But what we all know, Jamaica is a beautiful country. Another summary about Jamaica, or about that point of maybe homophobia. Yeah, we know a lot of people really don't like this gay thing, but let it not be a problem for you to visit Jamaica. We know there are some Caribbean islands or some Caribbean beaches whereby these people, this gay thing is not a problem in there. You can visit freely wherever you want, and that's the point of advice. Your sexuality, you should just keep it for yourself. Don't have this sexual attraction to maybe sexual attraction to what can I say? Don't have this sexual attraction to strangers, because you never know what people has or what people his sexuality has. There is a lot of people who, most of people in the country, they don't like this gay or LGBTQ thing, because most of the people are straight. And if you are a man and you try to attract another man, and maybe he is straight, another thing that he can do to you, he will just insult you, violate you, or maybe he can beat you, and it can really cause you a lot of trouble. Another summary about Jamaica is the marijuana thing. Marijuana in Jamaica, the point you should know, it's illegal. Most of people, or most of Jamaicans, know that marijuana in there it's legalized. But what I can tell you is that Jamaica, marijuana ain't legal. Yeah, there is some maybe Rastafarian village whereby they use this for ritual or for religious belief, but marijuana in Jamaica is legal. Another thing about, or what I can really summarize about this point, is that the hurricane season. If you want to visit Jamaica, just go there when the season is safe. Don't go to those places between the end of August and the beginning of October, because you won't be able to enjoy your picnic or your trip very well. And another thing is the local food of Jamaica. Try to support the local people. If you visit to Jamaica, Try to eat the local food. It's a way of supporting local people in Jamaica, not only to just go to Jamaica and eat in this big restaurant or big this hotel. Try to explore outside the Jamaica. They have so much delicious food, good food, and you won't regret eating it. That's the way of supporting local food, and these people will really continue loving you. If you are a tourist and you visit to Jamaica, support their local food because it's usually delicious. Another thing that I would like to summarize about on our today's content is the transport thing. Transport thing, when you are a tourist in Jamaica, is so costly. So just hire a car and maybe take one of the person who knows the place very well. And the last thing is to use the US dollars currency whenever you visit Jamaica. The US currency in Jamaica is common, but where you go, carry some local amount of money, because a lot of people in Jamaica don't accept the US dollars. So guys, I hope this clip will maybe educate you or give you some clue about how Jamaican people live or how Jamaican tourists are. Continue supporting my clip. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and share the video. Share to your friends who want to visit Jamaica. Share to your friends who have been to Jamaica and want to go back there. It will be kinda a good thing them to do. Kindly let me see you in the next clip. Thank you for your support and have a blessed day. One love, Jamaican people.